He made 8 great, but 895 made him the greatest. This is the greatest of all time podcast show, Goat Radio. I'm the big man, and we have a jam-packed hockey podcast for all of you. Nucci, Marko, Rino has joined me in the Goatrage. What's up, my brothers?
What's going on, man? Just watching the last of the NHL season winding down here. The Kings and Flames going in the background. We got all our playoffs series. We're all set after yesterday's games, and unfortunately the Canucks aren't a part of it, but it looks like pretty exciting playoffs. Some great matchups here in the first round, and nothing beats the first round of the playoffs.
Segovich, I don't even want to talk about the Canucks today.
We're not going to talk about them at all?
No Nucks.
They rattled us, but it's okay. What are you guys wearing? We'll stick to the basics here. I want to hear what you're, see what you're wearing, and tell the Goat fans.
I had to pick a team that's in the playoffs here. Also goes into one of my individual awards picks that we're going to touch on later. So kind of coincides with a Canadian team in the playoffs. Also a pretty heavy favorite, and also one of the awards questions we're going to get into later. The Jets.
Wow.
Jets.
Marko.
Yeah.
Les Habitants.
Yeah.
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah, well, I won't bring our team up, but, us and the Flames, we were unfortunate to not get that opportunity, but the Habs did, not by a lot, but I'm rooting for them. I think their Les Habitants is a good Canadian team to cheer for here, and going for them.
That would have been some insane action if you would have bet them to make playoffs before the season started. No one had them on the radar. No one.
What do you guys think? The hottest team in the league?
Yeah.
Maybe the
I think they fell a bit. They lost, I want to say, 3 of the last 4, I think, going in. But, good for them. I'm happy. I'm
glad you're wearing the great one right now.
Yeah, a little bit of the theme of the pod. First of all, thanks for having me, Loesch. The Goat Renos look unbelievable.
Thank you for mentioning.
Yes,
Unreal. Like new backdrop here, Goat fans.
Yeah, the south side of the Goatrage, the Goat Wall,
has been extremely elevated.
Yeah, there's a lot of brainstorming that went into this. It couldn't look any better.
It had to be done, man.
We had some foremen here.
Terzi's pen.
Yeah.
And some of the names on these jerseys, obviously it's not going up here if it's not autographed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just elevated from the hangers of random jerseys to complete local goats.
Name them.
I mean, Joe Sakic, Burnaby legend, Burnaby Joe. We got Pavel Bure, the greatest Canuck ever. We got Ovi, the goal goat.
The goal goat.
We got Kopitar, the Slovenian goat, the Slovakian goat, Gabi. El Fenomeno, R9,
He's
Ronaldo, the Ronaldo.
Let me tell you this, guys. When someone says, hey, Ronaldo, do you know who I'm thinking about? That guy.
R9.
Not Cristiano. I'm thinking of R9.
The original.
I'm sorry.
And we got the kids, too.
Yeah, the
We
kids.
got the last 2 first overall picks down there, too, with their... One of them got the young guns in the frame, too. So it's this is severely elevated now, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Luch.
Vince
Carter. Steve Nash. Gronk. And I think we got Sedin's coming in soon, but we're pumped about
Southside Wall.
I like that Kyle Turris too.
Yeah,
respect, West Van boy.
Okay,
sorry, new West boy.
Reno, you're wearing the great one.
Yes, I'm wearing the great one. Canada Cup goes with a little bit of the theme with Ovi. One goal goat to the other.
Yeah,
that was a severely good run he went on following Ovi. He stayed true to his word, shook his hand, and it was good. For all you fucking idiots out there that chirping the guy right now, get a grip. That's all I could say to that.
Go Radio is not going to take any great one slander.
We don't stand for it.
No, man. For what? Okay, he's pure class, and him following Ovi because how did it for him? that's a storyline of the season for sure.
I like how he wore that number 9 pin too, for Howe.
Really, eh?
Yeah, he wore it when Ovi broke the record. He had it on.
I love how fired up Janet was too, though.
Oh yeah, Janet was. Fuck, Janet looks good.
And there was a present swapping between the wives or something along those
That's
lines,
right.
wasn't there?
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
So the great one, Edmonton. I like Edmonton. I used to go down there, and but I know it's fucking miserable there in the winter for many. But you don't throw shit on the great one statue. Whoever did that should be absolutely charged with terrorism. Anyways,
Agreed.
I had to say that. Okay. Last week we did the GOAT draft for wrestling, okay? And one of my picks was the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. But I think right now the 8th wonder of the world is Ovi, baby.
The grade 8.
Yeah.
Right? Is he the hottest athlete literally on at least North America for sure?
I would say in the present time, yes. Right now.
Right now. He's over LeBron, Mahomes. I think it's Ovi's time right now.
For a nation like the U.S. to be captivated by a hockey player and taking over the airways, and they have tons of sports media shows. You got guys, Stephen A. Smith. You have McAfee. All these guys are doing segments. PTI guys, like everyone's doing segments on Ovi and what he's accomplished. And like I said, for a country like that to sit back and start watching these games, following the chase, like it shows what kind of accomplishment that he's had.
And Marko, you actually called on our preseason pod. A lot of people I think I might have doubted him that he's going to break it.
I said he was going to. I said he was doing it this year.
Caps hoodie. I came for that. Yeah, specifically.
Yeah.
And just with Ovi, he's got the platform. I mean, his native mother Russia land. I mean, his best play right now is to be that face of the NHL because there's a lot of Russian athletes that don't have that privilege right now, right?
No, that's exactly it. He's Russian too, right? Political tension there right now, but it's good that he's overcoming that.
But either way, congratulations to him. This is a huge moment for hockey in general.
Yeah.
I think the NHL needed something like this to happen.
For sure. The only one that was hating on Ovi is Hasek.
Jesus.
Which is, I don't want to talk about it, but
I think his accomplishment, Marko just said, for the NHL, they were riding a high from the Four Nations, riding that high, and it just segued right into the Great Chase.
Yeah.
And now it's heading right into the playoffs. It's been a unbelievable ride for the NHL.
Yeah.
Obviously, us as hockey guys, hockey backgrounds, we love that. But I think the world, or at least North America, is taking notice.
Big time. Well, even if they're the non-hockey fan, they didn't know what the Four Nation was. They were watching it, and everyone was like, "Holy!"
That's again Americans, right?
Who is this?
And all of a sudden, what's this Ovechkin guy doing?
Exactly.
And people starting to wrap their head around what he's done.
Yeah, I want to really emphasize what the hell he did. This was 3 years ago. This was unthinkable to do.
Buddy, he broke his leg this year.
No one talks about this.
And 9 years ago, he said no one's ever breaking Gretzky's record. Himself, he said it.
He said that. It shows how consistent this freak is. I have a stat here of how consistent this guy is. In the 2000s, 245 goals. 2010s, 437. In the 2020s, 215 goals.
So he had
Nuts.
as many goals in 5 years as he had in
The first
10 years?
Yeah.
What the?
That's the last decade, you said, right?
The last decade, just as many goals as he did the first decade.
Yeah, but it's not even decade because it's only been 5 years of this decade. It's 2025.
Yeah.
So half a decade. He's matched in half a decade at 30 9 years old, what he did in his first 10 years in the NHL?
Yeah, he's got 215 genos.
That's
man.
insane. That's nuts. I didn't even know. It's a good stat, Loesch. How many 30-goal seasons does he have? Over every single one, no? Maybe.
That's one of his records too, right?
Well, he's
Yeah, he has the most. I think he has the most.
Yeah.
well. Let's put it this way: he's won the Rocket 9 times, boys.
Yeah.
You know, I just want. Let's throw this out there. If the Caps somehow do squeak and win the Cup, does he retire?
See, this is another thing.
I don't
Like the
think
Caps
so.
are good.
Do you guys like
I-
just yes or no?
I think he does.
I think he does
I
too.
think he does.
I don't think he does.
He said today. Good thing you said that. He just said today, "I ain't retiring,"
Yeah.
with a big smile.
Oh, really?
Today he said
wow,
that.
Okay.
So
But if
he
the-
loves it too much.
Man, if he wins the Cup, he's gonna go on an insane bender.
He said the boys, like being around the rink, like everything, like he's like Joe Thornton, like he's not stopping playing
Yeah.
until he
He'll be a
can't.
coach.
And
or-
you know what?
yeah,
His
he'll
kids
be-
are like his oldest kid's 7, so he fully gets it. His younger kid, I want to say, is 4. Whatever.
How
So,
do you
like,
stop after scoring
Exactly,
40
yeah.
goals? Like
Yeah. Washington's good too, right? So
I
that's
think
another big thing.
they stumble a little down the stretch, but
we'll
We'll
talk
we'll
about
talk about that
them. We'll
later.
talk about them.
and not only his goal scoring phenomenalness, whatever you want to call it.
is that even a word?
Phenomenon.
Yeah, in Go Radio.
Something like a phenomena.
This guy could possibly not only be the greatest goal scorer, but the greatest hitter.
Buddy, they didn't even take
Clutterbuck, 4,029 hits. Matt Martin, 3,936, and then you got Ovi, 3,743. He's got a couple hundred left, and he gets about 120 hits a year.
but they didn't even
Those are the
keep
guys
that
behind him or ahead
No,
of him?
ahead.
you have 2 ahead of him.
Matt Martin just retired.
Yeah.
It looks like
pretty
he's
much.
retiring. Clutterbuck didn't play this year.
Yeah.
So,
They didn't even keep that stat, the Ovi's first couple of years.
yeah,
They
just started
Really?
2005, right? They instilled it.
No, later than that.
I think it was 2005.
You sure? Well,
I-
wasn't
for-
that his first year or second
For some reason, I have that in the back of my head. Anyways, I'm just
I
saying,
don't know.
for him to be
year? Look this up.
hitting that much shows how freaking durable this guy
And
is.
scoring?
Durability is this guy's.
Is that what is he one of your is he the poster boy for one of your favorite goat characteristics, or what do you call them? Longevity? Criteria.
Yeah,
Is he like the poster boy for it?
it's him.
One of?
Him for sure. Crosby's up there too. 20 seasons. If you hit 20 seasons, you are definitely at the top of that list. Like LeBron as well. LeBron's up there. So yeah, he is. Insane goat. Speaking of Crosby, we
Hold
have.
on. I
keep going.
tracked the stat.
Yeah.
So since the NHL started tracking hits in 07, 08.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
So I haven't. He came into the league after the lockout, right? 04
Yeah.
lockout. So first year was 05, 06. So yeah, first 2 years, and that's when he was young, like even more. Like,
There's probably like
Getting after
400
the
hits
hits.
there that they didn't track.
Okay.
sorry, Loesch, I just wanted to look at that one.
It's all good. I want to tell you guys this. NHL just came out with this question, and we'll keep it NHL. Whose career would you rather have? You got Ovechkin with 1 Stanley Cup and 1 Conn Smythe, 9 Rocket Richard trophies, 3 Hart trophies, most goals in NHL history, or Crosby, 3 cups, 2 Conn Smythes, 2 Rocket Richard trophies, 2 Hart trophies, 9th in all-time points. So basically, the only thing that Crosby has, it's not the only thing, but he has got 2 more cups on him. What I'm saying is, say Ovi gets a cup this year. I'll always consider Crosby this generation's GOAT just because he's the all-around 200-foot best player. But wow, if this guy can get a cup, they are neck and neck, or maybe give the edge to Ovi.
I mean,
I don't think I appreciated Ovi enough growing up.
early on.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I was just Crosby was Canadian.
Yeah.
whose career would you rather have?
Just listening to what you're saying, it sounds like Ovechkin's more decorated already. I mean,
Individually,
minus the Stanley
He
Cup.
is.
I mean, With the goal scoring title alone, I mean that like number 1 versus number 9, that's huge.
Massive.
I mean,
Well, 9th in all-time points.
okay, so what's the goals on Crosby for all time?
I mean,
Like, where does he
he's
sit
still.
on that list?
I don't know. He's probably top 20.
But you know,
I don't know. I have to check that.
the average Joe Schmo non-hockey fan, they don't remember guys at 9th overall points. They'll look and they say, oh, Alex Ovechkin. Oh, he had the most goals in NHL history. I remember him.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
But this is NHL. If you had international play, different story. You go with Sid. But I don't know. When someone tells me
Sid is 16th.
that's pretty gnarly too.
Yeah.
in goals.
Yep.
But you're talking about number 1. I don't know, guys. When someone tells me I think I pick Ovi ahead of Crosby, I'm like, you know what? Okay. It's hard to debate that.
I think
It's neck and neck.
what he's done now has brought it closer.
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
Cup,
it has.
Yeah.
his cup, and
A
now
year or
this.
2 ago, not really like that debatable, but
Yeah.
I think now it's really
let's take
Yeah.
let's take a
Well,
look at
yeah,
the
like I
young
said-
guns. Let's see on value who's is worth more. I mean, I guess that will tell you.
that dictates it, eh?
But
Cup and goal record definitely etch him.
Ask another question. Is there anyone in the league right now that could compete?
We didn't really get into whose career we'd rather have.
Yeah,
Okay. Say it.
You said Ovi.
Ovi.
me Ovi.
I think Sid for me.
What if he wins a cup this year? Ovi.
I think just still Sid.
Listen,
I have the Canadian bias for me.
you have Canadian bias. Sid's won his 3 cups decade ago, man. More.
Oh no.
No,
No, his last one was
6 years ago.
He won back to back, right? Didn't he win 16, 17, 17?
Guys, he
Sorry,
hasn't
15,
they haven't
16, 16, 17. 17 was the
that's almost a decade.
last. I guess you're right.
You know what I mean?
Ovi was like 7 years ago. His only one. I guess if you're just looking at NHL, no international.
No international. Canada's the global kings of hockey. You're not competing with that.
Probably. I don't know. I'm still
Anyways,
going to go Crosby.
I want to ask you guys this. Any player right now in the NHL that could compete with Ovi's record?
I think there's a couple on pace for it.
Me-
Austin and
I hope Austin doesn't do it though. Fuck, I don't want an American.
I don't think he'll be able to do that for 20 years.
He's not
He's not
durability.
durable. He's not durable. Exactly.
But you know Austin hit 400 already quicker than Ovi.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's durability though.
100%.
Austin gets injured.
But you're telling me Austin's going to score the same pace he did in his first 10 years as he's going to do like Ovi?
I don't know.
Like that's the most impressive part of one of the most impressive things about his thing is doing this in 5 years, doing what he did in his first 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that stat, Losh.
Is that right?
Yeah, if we got it.
Man, yeah. It better be.
Shit, man, because that
Dude, I know.
sounds crazy.
So 2020 from to now.
Yeah.
There was a lot, and there was a pandemic in there. They played in the bubble.
I'll do some math.
Let's save it for after. Okay. I just want to highlight some other things that happened this year. Crosby, 20 seasons,
Yeah.
point per game. Everyone that's been overshadowed, obviously, but he stands alone in that.
I feel like sorry to interrupt here. I feel like that was a little Canadian media brought that stat to the attention just to give him some light because Ovi was gonna do the goal chase.
No, but it was
It's
only
definitely sick,
it-
an
it-
unbelievable record.
it was
for
only
sure.
him and the great one, right? For 19. So
Yeah.
Kucherov, guys, he's been severely goal-worthy in the last decade. 4th player to have 3 consecutive 80-plus assists seasons. He joins the list of Gretzky, Coffey, and Orr. And I want to admire the legends we have right now in the league that we probably will not have next year and the year after. You got Fleury at 40 years old, Suter at 40. You got Burns at 39, Ovi at 39, Perry at 39, Quick at 39, Malkin at 38, Crosby at 37, Letang at 37, Kopitar at 37. These legends are out soon. Good thing we have the golden era, though, with Celebrini, Bedard, McKinnon, McJesus, Pasternak. the league's pretty good.
Yeah, the league's in a good shape for sure. But those names, that era, how tough it was. Yeah.
It's so sick. Watch, like they played each other tonight. Crosby and Ovi. They each scored.
Yeah.
Like
Caps are limited.
they just put on a show, man. Like
yeah.
Scripted, eh?
What is this?
Is the NHL
a
scripted?
one-timer Ovi and one knee down Crosby backdoor.
I actually saw something that
They bought him a watch. Eh? That's nice.
Yeah.
I actually saw something that the Great Chase was scripted.
No.
You know why? Who did he score against at the end? Sorokin
Oh yeah, I see. Say let it.
has
in.
never scored on him,
Yeah,
and he's in his division. And supposedly they met up at some point and said, "Hey, I want to."
And he's gonna get a
Wow,
clean
that-
look
hey?
like that.
I want to score on you. And if you look at the goal, like he kind of let him score.
Oh, it was following little Russian. Nice talk.
But
hey,
that would be funny, right?
Hey, that's insane Russian little antics there. I like it.
Yeah,
It's propaganda.
the
right
Russian
there.
spies going at it. Anyways,
It's Putin getting in.
okay, boys, enough Ovi talk right now.
I gotta say one more thing about these two.
Okay,
These two, Crosby and Ovi.
Yeah.
Like after the what you call the dead puck era, 05, they had that lockout there. Sorry, 04. They rejuvenated the game,
yeah,
and they've been doing it for generations, for decades. Think about it. We grew up watching them, idolizing them. The generation after us, the kids now, like these guys saved hockey. If you're asking me, like they put hockey in an unbelievable place. They grew the game. A lot has come from them. So like, tip my hat to both of them because, yeah, our game's in a better place because these two.
Okay, you lead me to another question that's very important. The NHL bent the rule for inducting someone right away when they retire. They did that with Gretzky, right? Nucci?
Yes.
They shook up some bylaws and they inducted
There's
Gretzky
normally a 3-year wait. after
3-year
you
wait.
retire.
And only
He was
him, right?
inducted right away.
Are we inducting Gretzky and Crosby right away and bending the rules again?
Ovi and Crosby.
What did I say?
Gretzky and Crosby.
No, Ovi and Crosby.
I think so. Like Rino just said, Crosby saved the Pittsburgh Penguins
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
as a franchise. I think them two have saved the NHL and continued to do it for 20 years. That's been the rivalry. They played each other in the playoffs a bunch. Internationally, obviously, two big rivals, Canada, Russia. I mean,
They could be inducted early, and it would go.
no one
smoothly.
would bat an eye.
No, I think the league has to do it. I think they have to
If
get it
it's
right.
done, no one would say shit.
No one would be like, "Oh, that you can't do that." Like, that's very easily something they can do for two special players that did it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only fitting.
It's huge.
Like,
Huge. The exact same time.
yeah.
Yeah, they'd have to go in together. I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be one without the other.
And I think it has to be right away. They
Yeah.
make the exception. The league has to get that right. You can't let them wait 3 years. Everyone knows they're just going to get in right away.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, boys. Before we get into our NHL round one predictions, a ritual of Go Radio, we got our NHL awards, and there's some good competition in them. Okay? We have here the old school McDonald trophies here. Legendary set. So why don't we start with maybe the Hart trophy? Okay? The player that's most valuable to their team. Okay? Oh, who do you think is going to win this? Marko, who's going to win this one? The candidates look like...
I was looking at it this morning actually, and is Quinn Hughes actually nominated? Because on the betting apps, I think he was like a plus or 800 or 900.
He was, and it dropped after a month or like 2 months ago when he got hurt. But he was definitely in the conversation.
I mean, Connor Hellebuck probably for the Jets. I mean, Quinn Hughes, even though he's not. I mean, I think he should. I mean, he was our everything this year, our only thing really.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that's what it is, the most valuable to your team, I think Quinn was to us most definitely. But I mean,
For sure. If they cracked that playoff spot, that last one, he would have definitely
Yeah, I
been the
think-
combo.
They needed to make the playoffs.
Do you guys have any other? There's a few that I'm thinking about.
I have Draisaitl.
Ooh, the Rocket this year.
He got the Rocket by a clear margin.
Yeah.
McDavid, he missed some time. McDavid missed some time.
Mm-hmm.
I think without him, he single-handedly won games. I think without him, they struggled to really make the playoffs this year. McDavid didn't hit 100 points this year.
He did,
Yeah, he did
yesterday.
Oh, he did? He got 100?
Yeah.
Okay. So he had 100 points, but nothing close to his
He needs 200.
pace that he's been on. I think Draisaitl was mine. Probably won't be it, but I think I'm gonna go with Draisaitl.
I like Cooch, but I don't. Cooch is like I think he's like blackballed. The league doesn't like him. I know his All-Star game was it last year, in that little skills comp, how he just like dicked around. I think that gave him a little bad name, but Cooch has 121 points.
Yeah.
I think it should be him. I mean, McKinnon won it over him last year just because he never had a heart. They think they catered to him. I think they're gonna do Leon. I think they're gonna give it to him because Connor was out, this and that. But I think it should be Cooch. But I think the league's gonna give it to Leon,
Okay.
which I don't agree with.
I'm just gonna go straight up and say McKinnon.
Again.
Really?
I'm gonna go with McKinnon again.
Why?
I think if you look at the definition of the Hart Trophy, most valuable to his team, I think he's the heart and soul. Thank God they got Landeskog maybe coming back, but gosh, if they don't have McKinnon, I just don't see a playoff team.
What about McCarr?
Yeah, but he's a rook still to me.
They have a
What? He's a rook? What do you
30
mean?
goal scoring
He-
defenseman.
he's insane, and he's going to be up. We're going to talk about him soon, but I'm going with McKinnon. I think when I think of the definition of the heart, I think of McKinnon right away.
All right.
Let's move on to. This is a good one, the Norris, and I think this is unanimous, right?
Yes, but
It wasn't until I looked at stats again,
Yeah.
and it's stupid.
I was hoping
What is-
Werenski was going to pull away, but thing is, so this, I want the NHL, and I'm sure a lot of people do, they need to make 2 defenseman awards. They need to make the Norris, obviously, most points for a D-man, and they should have a defensive defenseman.
That'll be so hard because there's so many solid D-men that how the hell do you choose?
I guess
think
it's hard to take that
they got to
stat,
pick
too.
one because then we can't debate about it.
Okay, but
Chris Tanev win it every year.
yeah. They get a golden shin pad.
just look at the rookies. Do you guys know what Bedard's plus minus was this year?
Was he in
What?
plus? No.
Minus 38 or something
Yeah,
like
he's-
that.
he's
so
a
like,
historically
it takes a
minus.
long time to learn good defense. So
Yeah,
for
shoot,
sure.
yeah, I totally agree with that. If you're a defensive defenseman, have like a plus 50 as not really.
Yeah.
That's
you
a
know,
good
you're-
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So.
like, I'm trying to think, like Heiskin, and like before he got injured, like he's a plus guy, and like he's an unreal defenseman.
Boys,
Same as-
unanimously, who the hell gets the Norris?
When I saw 30 goals
yeah,
beside his
obviously-
stats,
obviously it's- yeah.
I didn't, to be honest, I follow a lot of hockey.
Mhm.
I had no idea he scored 30 goals this year.
Yeah.
That is ballistic.
over 90 points.
92 points.
Yeah, and
30 goals for a D-man. Mike Green scored.
32, I believe.
Yeah, 1 year he got 30.
That was like the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the next.
He scored the quietest 30 goals I've ever seen from a defenseman.
You know what? It was pretty quiet. All of a sudden, it just like
Because
the
we're
boom.
Quinn Hughes here, right? Quinn
Yeah,
Hughes,
yeah,
Quinn
yeah.
Hughes, Quinn Hughes. Buddy, man, that's crazy.
So he's in since Green. He's the next guy to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Green was a beaut.
Okay, Makar, hands down. We're gonna go with a fun one, guys. This is a bit of a debate here, and we don't have the trophy here, but it's the Calder. Okay, and it looks like it's between 2 guys.
This was runaway.
This
at
is
one point.
it was kind of Celebrini and Hudson. Do you have a pick?
You know, Celebrini getting the hat trick there at the end of the season, 5-point night. I was just like, wow, this kid
Yeah.
is he's the real deal. But Lane Hudson, he's been the consistent. I think he's got more points anyway by like 5 or more or something like that. Like
He
somewhere
does.
between 5 and 10 more points than Celebrini. But yeah, I'd give it to Hudson.
Celebrini,
Yeah.
he did get injured.
Yeah.
But I always say,
Yeah.
playing a full season is a damn skill. It's hard to stay healthy. And Hudson, in the back end, is a big reason they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
One reason I'm going to pick Hudson, -2. You got a solid -31 for Celebrini.
Shitty team though.
Didn't stop Bedard from winning it last year. Minus 40
Celebrini
something.
was minus 31 too. Wow.
Yeah, like that.
I mean,
I don't like that stat too much. When you have a garbage team, you're just not going to have good
There, you
play
just
style.
said it. Hudson's on a playoff team. Celebrini's on a
garbage.
garbage team. Hudson's 3 years older than him. I think he's 21 years old.
Don't matter.
That's 3
He's-
years at that age. Like, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a first-year NHLer. Hudson played 2 games last year already. He's got a bit of a taste. I think
But we're
the
thinking.
age and
Okay.
that, obviously the numbers for a defenseman is spectacular. But if they were both 18 NHL rookies, probably Hudson wins it. I think the fact that he's 3 years older, played on a playoff team, might give the edge to Celebrini.
The fact is, they're both in. They both have. It's one trophy. They don't care about. They're both rookies. They're both considered rookies, and he didn't play quarter of the season. That's a big deal. It's gonna be a toss up.
I think the position's going to come into play here for the voters. Defense, having that many points, carrying his team like he did, I think he's going to edge him out. I wanted Celebrini. I really did. And, the age definitely should play a factor, 18 to 21, and Hudson got a taste last year. But, yeah, I hope Celebrini wins, but I think Hudson's going to end up taking it.
And remember, the Habs were at one point the worst team in the league.
Oh, yeah.
You got to take that into consideration too.
The
But
fact that they made it and with no expectations, and the Canucks
Oh, yeah.
didn't like.
Oh, the drama-filled year. Hey, this Hudson family, it's like another Hughes family. They got 3 boys in the NHL.
All in the going to be in the NHL eventually. Yeah,
Yeah, because, the one is playing
the one's drafted by Washington. He's
next year.
He's gonna play next year for sure. He's a D-man as well.
He was on the USA World
He's like
Junior
a
team.
clone of Lane, and the older brother just signed with Edmonton.
Right.
He's
Did
a
he
forward.
Did he sign out of college?
Yeah.
Or was he drafted by him, or he signed
No,
free agent?
it's free agent.
Good for him. Good for him.
Celebrini, Hudson,
I guess I'm gonna go Hudson.
Hudson.
Hey, I wanted Celebrini.
All
Celebrini.
good, fellas.
I still love Celebrini,
Me
man.
too.
Oh yeah.
There's no disrespect to him.
Semi-local goat too.
Yes. Last one, Vezina, guys, and I think Marko touched on it. It's a slam dunk. It looks like.
Yeah.
Hellebuck.
JETES.
47
Jets.
wins, boys. Leads goals against. Save percentage, I think he's top 2 or something. This guy is
No one's touching.
No.
no one's touching him.
Back-to-back years, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what he does in the playoffs.
We mentioned Leon is winning the Rocket.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys for the Rocket. The Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy. Okay, guys? It's awarded to the NHL's top scorer during the regular season. Was first given at the conclusion of the 98-99 season. Okay? The Canadians donated the trophy in 99 in honor of the legendary Maurice Rocket Richard, who was the first player to score 50 goals in a season and the first to reach 500 career goals. Do you guys know who the first recipient was?
No. In '99.
Yeah. This is not the question, but I just
Yager.
good guess.
19 what?
99.
99.
He's a Finn.
Oh, Solani.
Timu.
Shit.
Yeah, pretty sweet, eh?
Ooh.
So I ask you guys this, though. The grade 8, what he's done is pure greatness. Should this trophy, and we're not disrespecting the Canadians and the Rocket Richard, are we renaming the trophy to the Ovechkin trophy?
I don't think they could do that until one of those trophies gets named Gretzky. You can't name it Ovechkin.
Guys, this guy's about to hit 900 goals. He is at a group of his own.
You can't do it now. Like not.
Why not?
I mean, maybe when they're far gone. I mean, down the road, but it wouldn't be while they're still in flesh.
Gretzky needs an award. For,
The Rocket.
like-
He led the. Guess how many times he led the league in goals?
2 or 3.
5. It's a lot. But you know what Gretzky, Ovi did? 9.
yeah.
He's about to go next year. He'll be at 900. I'm not disrespecting anybody, but I just let's.
I think
let's-
the
let's-
name of it is so sick.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
The
yeah.
Rocket Richard Trophy. Ovi's
Yeah.
like grade 8 trophy. I don't know what you would call it, let's say, but it doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't.
I didn't know it was only started being given out in 1999.
Me neither.
So it's not as old as I thought it was. So I don't think it needs renaming now, but maybe like you said, down the road to pay homage to him if no one's touched that in 25, 30 years.
Exactly, yeah.
Maybe you do, and people, but the name of that is just too iconic. It might be the most iconic name of any of these trophies.
For sure.
I agree.
Hey, that's
And it's a former player. Some of these are named after like old owners and
I had to stir up
and
the
stuff
pot
like
a bit.
Old owners. What's an old owner?
like Conn Smythe, I think, and stuff. I don't know if like some of these guys weren't players.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, boys.
That was a good bring up, Loesch. I
Is it
liked
time for our round 1 predictions?
Let's go.
Yep.
Nucci, last year you presented. You know what you presented? Can you please do the honors for the GOAT fans?
It is in the Goatrage.
It's in the Goatrage. We thank the NHL for giving us the greatest guest for this episode. And a lot of people call this the Holy Grail, Lord Stanley's mug, or simply the cup.
'Cause it's the cup, baby.
And it's the greatest trophy in sports. What do you think?
Really is. Really is. Nothing tops it. Look at this thing. Look at it.
It is the nicest trophy, the hardest to win. It's just
The best selly, I think.
pure guts and tears and accomplishment to do this with a team, to hoist this cup. I'm sure there's nothing like it. Nucci
What other selly would you
Brings me
want?
chills, man.
and sizzling. Imagine sizzling.
Oh,
Imagine.
We talked about it before. It's the best trophy to drink out of.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this every year, but it's like, imagine winning the cup in the dressing room. And
Yeah, man. We do it for
Pouring-
ASHL championship.
yeah,
and we
just
drink a little cup.
guzzling.
Imagine it's like I didn't grow up wanting to win an ASHL title. I grew up wanting to win this. Imagine you get that damn opportunity to do that, and you have 20, 30, 40 years of waiting for that chance, and you finally did it. Like
Yeah,
that is the coolest trophy there is, man. Like World Cup's pretty cool, iconic, but it's like that.
Tiny.
Like they pick it up. I don't know. It's the Larry O'Brien, like for the NBA, baseball. Like the Vince Lombardi's
Don't
pretty
even-
cool.
Yeah, but you don't even get to touch it first. The owner does.
Yeah, the owner does. You can't drink out of it.
No.
And then you got this thing. These guys can barely pick it up at the end of the playoffs.
The mug. So I just said there's no better trophy to sell you with. What trophy are you putting over your head like that?
buddy, you got everyone's name on this thing.
It's a dream come true. It's a dream come true.
Well said, boys. Okay. Boys, the greatest time of the year, and round 1 is probably the best time playoffs, right? You guys, is that your favorite?
Couple games every night for sure.
Yeah.
Frickin'
It's the most engaging for sure.
The only thing they need back is Don Cherry at coach's corner. But okay, guys, should we start with the West?
Yeah.
Okay,
Juggernaut of a West.
and let's go right into it. You got the number 1 Jets versus the hot as hell Blues. St. Louis Blues, guys. I want to hear your opinions. Who's winning this series?
Holy fuck! Not what the Jets wanted, eh? They were hoping.
We're gonna do about 4 minutes on each series, okay? So
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, now the Jets were hoping to get a nice, finish first. Nice little, not layup, but like easy series, hopefully, because they exercise their playoff demons. This is not the team they wanted to face. I'm still taking Jets though. I still do think they get over the hump, get past the first round.
Yeah, they're known for being nasty in the regular season. They cannot get over that hump. But let's be honest, guys. They're the best team in many categories.
Yep.
I think they're the top PP. Hellebuck will steal you games. And first goals for, sorry. They're top 4 and goals 4. They're top in every damn category. That's all I'm saying.
Hellebuck needs to be better in the playoffs. I think he will.
All right, yeah, take a picture of that. Obviously, I'm going with Jets. And do you guys know how many games?
How many games?
Are we doing games?
Let's just say the games.
I'll make it
Okay,
easy too.
I'll go Jets in 6.
Me too.
I got Jets in 6 as well.
I think the Blues have been they've been playing obviously playoff hockey for a while. They started to slip a bit at the end.
Well, they won 12 straight or 13, and then they lost 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got the Blues in 6.
Ooh, wow.
So, I mean, with Binnington there coming hot off the Four Nations and them winning all those games down the stretch, I think they're too hot right now. They got that special something going on at the right time. Blues in 6.
So you think they have that swagger they had when they won the Cup at the end of the year?
They're gonna give St. Louis all that they can handle.
Yeah, the Jets. Yeah.
The Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that pick, Marko. Okay. This is a juggernaut series, guys. We got the number 2 Stars versus the Avalanche at number 3.
Crazy series.
I mean, right now I'm just saying it's going to Game 7, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know the status of Landeskog. It's not confirmed. I don't even know if he'll be effective. They say he looks good. He hasn't played in a long time.
Couple American League games.
Yeah, but that's going to give them a boost. You won the Cup with him.
Him in the lineup, yeah, would be a boost.
And the Stars are Nucci. They're banged up, right?
Yeah, they lost 7 in a row.
Sagan's back though. But
Yeah, Robertson just got hurt yesterday.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, left the game.
Ooh, precautionary or?
Didn't come back, and DeBoer was like, trying to get through the last while without getting anyone hurt, but it's like we lost Robertson tonight. Not sure the extent of it, so.
Yikes.
Surprised he even played.
Right?
Yikes, yeah.
You see a lot of guys taking nights off this time of year.
And you see, funny you said they lost 7, and that included the greatest comeback versus the Canucks with 1 minute left.
Canucks break their season or what?
Yeah.
I got Colorado's winning the Rantanen Bowl. I think they're playing some good hockey here down the stretch. Dallas isn't even sure about their goaltending's been brutes.
Why don't you hold your thing
then
the mic? Yeah.
And then the injuries sputtering down the stretch. I think Colorado's going to take this.
Okay, I got Colorado in 7.
Colorado in 6.
Colorado in 6.
I got Colorado in 7.
Wow, sweep.
Huge. Their depth going through this lineup is insane. Insane. I don't want to break into it, but they're. I think they're poised to make a big run.
And Rantanen and McKinnon going at it. Crazy teammates for years, and they just want to win each
It's
of
just
them.
a low budget tendy.
Two tendies, which they did.
Yeah.
But you got Charlie Cole as your third line center. Like, that's fucking good.
Okay, boys. Golden Knights and Wild. What do you guys think here? This is obviously, we know the favorite is. It's the Knights here, and I think they've had a really freaking underrated year.
Quiet.
Yeah,
and they still won the division.
That's one of my 2 sweeps in the first round.
Wow.
Vegas in 4. Minnesota is not looking good, even with Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek back. I think they're in trouble. Watching the game last night against Canucks, Vegas just didn't get out of first gear.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Canucks aren't that much of an opponent, but it just shows that how strong that team, Vegas team is. They're massive, and they've been there before recently. So I think that's one of my sweeps in the first round.
They could beat you in so many ways, too. They could play different styles.
Yeah,
I got them in 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I got them in 5 as well. Knights in 5.
Yeah, I got him a 5. To play in that building, too, tough to win.
Yeah.
Crazy building. Wicked, massive.
Mini will be rocking, but I don't think they have enough to
Yeah.
keep up with them.
Their start of the year was unbelievable, and that's what kept them in it. But, yeah, Knights are going to run away with this.
Okay, last game in the West, last series in the West, we have, this is another coin flip, the Kings and the Oilers, guys.
Your oil's Loesch. You love your oil. Every year you love your oil.
Because you know why?
McDavid and Leon.
McJesus.
Maybe McJesus.
I'm going with, why am I going with the Oilers? You just said it. I don't go against up-and-coming GOATs. And
Well,
they're not going to let this one slide.
They got 2 of them.
Yes. Who do you like?
Definitely the Oil Nation for sure. Yeah.
I got him in 7.
I think I got him in 5 or 6, whatever it is.
5.
I said there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going the opposite against the grain here. I think this is the year. This was it 4 years in a row they're playing. The Oilers just, I know, like, after last year was unreal. Beginning of the year, I thought Oilers were going to go to the Cup final, no doubt. But how the years went, you know, that Four Nations was pretty taxing on McDavid. Hasn't been McDavid-ish, even though he's still really good. Goaltending's bad. Defense is bad. I like the Kings. I like the Kings' home record. I think them taking home ice advantage is going to be huge, especially if it goes 7. Yeah, give me LA, boys. Give me LA.
Wow.
Ballsy.
LA in 7.
I got Kings in 7 as well. Best home record in the NHL. Ekholm's out, and Stuart Skinner's pathetic.
Yeah.
And not really sure about the health of McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, these guys. So too many question marks going in for the Oilers, I think. And the Kings they got home ice, and I think they're going to take it.
Okay, boys.
And how many games?
7.
7?
Okay, guys, we're going to the East, and we need a little intermission. And I just want to cheers with you guys.
Cheers, boys.
Coming on the pod.
Always good.
And as always, this podcast is brought to you by Stan's Pizza Joint, staple here in North Burnaby. Come watch the Stanley Cup playoffs there at Stan's. Okay, let's go to the East. And everyone's pumped about the Battle of Ontario.
Wow. I'm so happy we got this series.
Do you think this is the most jacked up series?
I think in Canada it will be. Yes. I think the CBC is going to jack it up.
Yeah.
And I love this series back in the day. I hope it brings it.
Man, you got Ty Domi, those clips of Ty Domi and Tucker, and just complete muckers.
Joe
Nieuwendyk, Lalim,
Daniel
Patton.
Alfredson,
Charo was in there too.
Yeah.
Chris Neal.
Danny
Okay.
Heatley he wasn't on that team. Never mind. No. Patty Quinn coached that team, right, for the Leafs? when they beat him?
Paquin, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was Jacques on to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Jacques Martin.
Boys, can the Leafs fucking get over this massive hump and pressure?
Well, the last 2 years they got out of the first round, so.
Yeah?
But
They're playing Brady Tkachuk and a guy that's so ferocious right now. Playing with a lot of energy. Got Travis Green, the former Canuck coach, that have rejuvenated the guys. Who do we got in this series, Segovich?
I got the Senators in 7. I mean, it's going to be a back and forth bloodbath. I mean, I hope, if Toronto loses, there's a lot of guys leaving. Like Marner.
Marner's probably gone.
I hope the hell he ends up in Chicago to play with my boy there. But I think the Sens are going to squeak this out. I think it comes down to goaltending. I don't like Stolarz. I mean, it's gonna go the distance, and I think ultimately Ottawa's going to win.
Ooh, it's bold. Nucci.
I got Ottawa in 6.
What?
I know. When he told me this last night, I was like, what?
It could happen, but
They got Allmark. There's so much pressure on Toronto. Like, so much pressure on them. Yes, they're very good. They're unproven in net. There's also the other part of me where I think maybe with this coach and everything, they maybe have the right formula to make a run, but I don't know. It's just a weird matchup for them. They Sens were 3-0 against them in the season series.
That's a stat you told me last night. That was kind of like, oh, okay.
Obviously, you can't read too much into 3 games over 82 games, but they got a little bit of that mental edge now, maybe with that. So, and I hate Toronto. I'm just gonna go with the Sens, man. Don't hate the Sens enough. So,
yeah, I mean, experience in the playoffs got to mean something, though. Even if Toronto loses game 1, I think right when Ottawa loses a game, I think the gates will open and Toronto will take over.
maybe. Sometimes they don't know any better.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks.
Yeah. Okay. I got Leafs in 6, though.
Okay.
So I unlike the Jets, I think this series, this is what Toronto wanted. A nice little team, hasn't made the playoffs in a while. I wouldn't say layup, but I think Toronto handles this series pretty confidently. I'm gonna say I had them in 5. I changed to 6, but I just think the depth, the guys they have, the guys they've added. Matthew Knives is unreal. Mm-hmm. They're well coached. Stolarz actually has been pretty good. Down the stretch, he's been really good numbers wise. So, yeah, I think Toronto. I think I could see them making a little bit of a run this year. I think they get it done in 6 games.
Ooh. Like me.
I like the travel distance between them, though. That's going to be an advantage for either one who ends up going through.
I had the Leafs in 5, but I might give Ottawa a little bit of a little bit of something there. I'll give Leafs in 6, like I said.
Okay. Another. This is a battle of Florida, guys. We got the Panthers versus the Lightning, and this is a coin flip.
6 series.
6 series.
Unreal series. The Florida State Fuckfest is what they say. Really?
What do you guys think? What are the keys here? One thing I looked at, Panthers are the most penalized team. And then if you add Tkachuk coming back in.
And Marchand.
You can't afford to go in Marchand, these complete rats. You cannot afford them. You can't go in the box against the Lightning. Hagel, Kucherov, Point, Gensel. These guys all have close to 100 points, man. You better not. You better stay out of the freaking the box here. That's if it goes to special teams, Lightning all day.
That might be the best series in terms of 2 teams pretty evenly matched, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the whole first round.
Even Avs, Dallas, there's some injuries, but yeah.
Yeah, I think like both of those teams are like. Ekblad comes back maybe after game 2. I think his 25 game suspension.
One or two.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable series.
Yeah.
Crazy. Do you guys like kind of a little derailment here? But do you guys like the new format? Well, not new. It's been around forever, but last decade. But
I mean,
do you like 1 to 8, or do you like how this is?
I mean, every series is like the Stanley Cup
Yeah.
final. That's the thing. You got to get out of your division.
There's a
and
lot
it's
of the
tough.
Same, and like
teams playing each other.
I think the matchups are too good too early. Like obviously, the first round's obviously no matter what going to be good because everyone's horned up for playoff hockey. But like, I mean, growing up, this is a fucking third round matchup all day.
Yeah, I think the goal of it was to build rivalries, but I don't think it's done that.
No.
So maybe go back to 1-8 soon. You guys have picks?
Yeah. I think Florida's played a lot of hockey this last 3 years. The back-to-back Cup finals,
Kind of like the Eagles.
kind of like the Eagles. You know, just you run out of steam there. The Four Nations, Eagles too. Anyways, yeah, they had a lot of horses in the Four Nations. I think the hockey's taxing and it's going to catch up to them. I'm going to go Bolts in 7.
I got the same.
Yeah, I got the Panthers in 6 actually.
Ooh.
I think they're built like a playoff team should. Like you need those rats.
Yeah.
I mean, you need the Marchands, you need the Tkachuks, and they got Bobrovsky back there, who's a wall for them. But Barkov, who's a monster. I mean, I like their genetics. They proved successful for the past several years, and I think Panthers in 6.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going with the Bolts in 6. I think the depth of the Lightning are just too insane. And then to counteract your Bobrovsky, you got Vasilevsky.
Yeah. I think this series is going to see some fights, though, for sure.
Yeah.
They'll be aggressive, yeah.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Lush?
We'll move on to what jersey is Segovich wearing. We got the Canadians and the Capitals. Ovi's squad. Capitals are just riding an insane high. It seemed like this season was all about Ovi, but they seem like such a team. I would hate for them to lose the first round, and I don't think they will. They're strong. I know they've struggled in the last couple weeks. I'm going with the Caps.
Yeah. How many games?
I got. It won't be easy. I'm going 6.
Yeah, I'm going with the Caps as well. I'm going to go in 5. I think there's been a lot of obviously circus around the team with the Great Chase going on. I'm sure they've obviously been distracted. They had clinched a spot for a while now. So with everything going on with that team, I think I give them the benefit of the doubt that however they falter down the stretch, that I think they'll be able to right the ship here pretty quickly. And how does Ovi not fire up that team for playoffs here and go on a sick run to cap off the season he's had?
That would be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in my heart, I got the Habs, but in reality, I also got Capitals in 6.
Yeah.
And in hopes that Ovi does go the distance, and I'd love to see him host that cup again. That'd be beautiful for me to watch.
Yeah.
I agree with Nucci. I got the Caps in 5.
Okay.
Only team to not have anyone go to the Four Nations. I think that might go a little bit of a way to help them playoffs.
Wow. Reens loves the old Four Nations.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know, just a stat in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But,
Puts a lot of weight in the Four Nations tourney.
Well, hey, it's
It was a
taxing.
grind,
It was
yeah.
taxing. But yeah, I think they got the veteran presence, and I think they're going to do it for Ovi to get it done. And I actually have them. I actually have them going to the third round personally. I think
Wow.
so, but yeah, we'll see.
Sweet. Okay. Last series, and it's a series that no one gives a shit about. I'm kidding. Hurricanes and the Devils, guys. The only thing good about the Hurricanes is Rod the Bod is looking better than ever.
As good as can be.
As good as can be.
How bad is their look? I just saw it on here. The white jerseys with the black helmets. Terrible. What they're.
I think because there isn't a lot of hype with that series, they're probably going to have like a 5 OT game maybe
Yeah.
in that series. That is that's my other sweep in the first round. I got Carolina in 4.
Devils is just too banged up or what?
Banged up. Hughes is done, right?
Hughes is done.
Yeah, Hughes is done. I don't think they have enough to take on Carolina. Carolina's been knocking on the door for years. Like 3-4 years now. Like,
They just always seem to be there.
and I think
yeah.
they are they're a force to be reckoned with, I think. And that's my other sweep in this round. I think it's gonna be quick.
I got 5.
Yeah, I think I got them in 5. It's nice to see Brendan Moore's son get his first goal in the NHL actually tonight,
You
right?
did, eh? Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Does he see any playoff action if they proceed? Who knows?
God,
Am I
that's
the only guy with sweeps in this?
Imagine those
Yeah.
decisions, eh?
I
Now,
think so.
I'm the only guy with a sweep.
like when was the last son coach to coach a
Father
son?
coaching
yeah,
son?
Yeah. Like has that
Pee Wee
happened?
hockey.
No, but in the NHL has it happened?
No, I
I
don't
think
know,
it's
actually. I
happened
don't know.
like 8 times.
Really?
I saw a stat, I believe.
Loesch got some crazy stats
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, I do.
I'll keep it quick. Canes in 5.
Wow.
Unanimous.
Okay, boys, you got our picks in for round 1. We always say this. I just want your Stanley Cup predictions, and these change every damn series for us. I just want to get your prediction right now on the record. Who do you think's winning the cup? Segovich.
For me, it's the Panthers. I think they got
back to
I
back,
think,
eh?
I think they're gonna go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, good pick. They got to get past the Bolts. I'll go with mine. You want to say yours?
You go.
Okay. I have a stat for why I think. Okay, President's Trophy. It's been awarded 37 times. Started in the 85-86 season. Out of 37 recipients of the award, okay, which is the best team in the regular season, how many teams capture the cup? You give me a number.
12.
What's that? How many? What?
Teams captured the cup.
After winning the Presidents?
Yes.
Yeah.
33? I think 3.
Just 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half dozen, 6.
6. 8.
Oh.
And you know what? I think Winnipeg is going to be 9
Wow.
and break
Ooh.
the damn
Curse?
Canadian curse.
Who was the last one to do it? Wings in 08, I think.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
I would love to. The Jets just remind me of pure grit. Their
Wow.
depth is good. Their goalie's good. And the whiteout. And they got the whiteout all playoffs.
Hey, this is
nice.
huge. Goat fans, this is huge.
Nothing better to do there.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone says there's a lot of good-looking girls in Winnipeg. A lot of Rockets there, apparently.
Never been.
Wow.
Never been either.
There's some Jets.
Yeah.
That's my pick, boys. The Jets.
like it.
I like, yeah.
I like it, Loesch.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Nucci, you want to go next?
I've been Dallas, but like, man, they're no Heiskanen. If Robertson's out, their goaltending's struggled down the stretch here. They've sputtered into the playoffs. I can't go with them now.
They've been your boys.
They've been my dogs. I had the Rangers at the start of the year, which I'm glad I was wrong about after seeing JT Miller go there. I have to go with Tampa.
Ooh.
So one of us
I
is
like
going
it.
to look
They're-
really
They
wrong.
are a juggernaut
They are.
Juggernaut.
with
and,
goaltending.
And that can put them in dynasty territory
Yeah?
because they still have a lot of their core without Stamkos. They got Hedman. I like their team.
Yeah. And your Hart Trophy candidate.
No.
that was
Uh,
mine.
yes,
I had
his.
Cooch.
Oh.
I had Cooch.
Yeah. Who do you got, buddy?
I got Tampa in the final for me, but you know what? I think it's going to be a rematch of the 2021. Wow. Sorry, 2020. whenever they played, whenever Colorado last won it, 2021. Yeah.
Wow.
I think the Avs are gonna win it.
Oh wow.
I think the Avs. Like I said earlier, their team is so like they made such. At the deadline, they brought in Nelson, they brought in Coyle, they brought in VC. VC barely plays. Miles Wood doesn't crack their lineup. Like they're so deep. I know their D's kind of like but they have 4 top defensemen that play the whole game. That's all you need. They have goalies that could do it.
They can stay healthy, yeah.
Nate Dogg's gonna be kicking Landeskog back.
Yeah.
Give me the Avs. Wow. Give me the Avs.
I like it.
Natchez has been nothing but good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me Colorado.
Yeah.
And I feel like Forsberg, when they won it, he got injured. I think right after they went on that when they won, and he came back, and didn't they win again?
I don't know.
And he came back, or no, never mind.
You're comparing that to Landeskog coming back?
A little bit, yeah. But anyways, doesn't mean shit all.
Dumb stuff. On that one.
Too much homemade wine for Rino tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, I got the Avs. Give me the Avs.
How is that homemade wine though?
It's not bad. I've given you a couple bottles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the same one, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some raki up there.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're gonna have a shot after we're done our last question.
We got more, boys.
We got some raki from the homeland of Marko.
I just realized we have more.
Oh yeah, the best part.
Fun question.
Yeah, the best part, the end question, and it's influenced by one of the biggest beauties in sports, Ovechkin. Think of the last years of his Bands That Make a Dance. His
Bands
epic.
Make a Dance. Bands. Juicy J at the game the other day.
Yeah, unreal.
Him, remember when he was like...
Chicky poppin'.
Holy fucking
Chicky poppin'.
How about when he played golf, when he got a hole in one?
His first
I
time.
hit it.
I swear to God.
I swear to God, it went in the net. I swear to God.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
We're not gonna be fucking suck
Yeah.
this year.
The greatest celebration speech ever. That one.
We're not gonna fucking suck this year.
We're not gonna be fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where the F word was, but it was in a funny spot. All I'm saying is, guys, he influences our last question here. Who are the biggest beauties in sports? Wow, it's tough.
All-time sports, right?
All sports.
Present and or ever.
Yeah, sure. We can talk about it.
Okay.
You guys have any that pop in your mind?
I have 2 goats on mine.
Okay. Let's say
You
them.
know, you really think of like maybe a goat
Yeah.
as being like a beauty,
Okay.
more kind of like secondary guys, or these kind of guys that can be like that more often than a goat can. But MJ,
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
you heard the stories of him playing rounds of golf,
Mhm.
drinking I don't know how many beers while he's playing, and then that night going up and putting up 40 points for the Bulls.
Yeah, that's a Ronick story.
Yeah, him and
Yeah.
JR.
Yeah.
Him and his stogies,
Yeah.
things like that. Like, okay, anybody can do that, but then also to be at the level that he was at, being one of the goats,
And
being the
he's
goat of
Insane. He's
A basketball?
insane gambler.
Yeah.
that too. And then my other one's Tiger.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That was mine. You stole mine.
Sorry.
Because it's along those lines.
Why
Like,
Tiger?
We didn't know about what he was doing.
Like complete degenerate, but world class athlete, right?
No one when
Fuck.
that happened, everyone was like, we had the world in shock.
Yeah.
Like his reign was 25 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We didn't know any better. Like, we're like, this guy's just a golfer nerd, like dialed in. Like, lo and behold, his documentary comes out, and he was in Vegas every other week with a madame setting up girls for him, and couldn't control himself.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Could you?
and he was on the biggest tear that a golfer has ever been on, that no
Yeah.
one will ever touch.
No. Probably one of the better records in sports, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane record. Insane.
That's a good beaut.
I have other guys, but I had to start off, obviously, as a Go Radio podcast.
Yeah.
I have 2 goats in my biggest beauties thing. Like,
Yeah.
you don't hear about Brady being like, he seems a cool guy, but you don't hear anything about that. Messi, like Ronaldo, a lot of these goats, like Joker, like you don't see that side of them or hear about that side of them.
Yeah.
But like for these guys, like the stuff's come out, and
I have a guy
Big
that
Tiger one.
I have the guy right now that is probably the best athlete. Doesn't look like it, but the best player in all of sports, and it's Jokic.
ooh,
He's a beaut.
like a chill.
Yeah, he
beat.
is a beaut.
He's a beaut. I always think about his comparison when Kevin Garnett won the championship, and then when the Nuggets and him win the
And he was
championship,
choked.
and they're
Yeah.
and how he answered the question. You got Garnett's like, anything is possible, and then you got Jokic response, just epic.
Just wants to go bet on horses.
The job is done, and now we go home.
Yeah.
Like whatever he said.
Just wants to go bet on horses.
Wasn't
back
he
home.
choked because they're like, oh, you got the parade tomorrow? He's like, what? Parade? What? He was
Parade.
pissed.
And he's speaking of him, he's had the greatest, they say, season ever. He's like top 3 in every category. Never been done.
Well, he's posted a couple insane stat nights, like with the rebounds, points, and everything.
Man, they say, right already, he's the greatest big man of all time. What he's done. He's one of one. That's what people are
Even
saying.
Shaq Diesel says that too, right?
Even
You need
Shaq.
his jersey. up
Shaq
there.
is another beauty.
Yeah, he is
Oh,
another beauty. Barkley.
Wow,
Barkley
wasn't even
another
on
beauty.
mine.
You needed Jokic's jersey up here.
Yeah, the goat wall's pretty full, but I would love one. How about Zlatan?
Doesn't do it for me.
No?
More cocky than
cocky.
beauty.
Yeah, but it's like kind of like people like it. Like
Yeah,
LeBron
I
sent
see
him his
that.
jersey when he went to LA, and he signed it and sent it back to him.
But what does he
Yeah.
do like on the outside though? Like, does he go out? Is he partying? Is he getting with broads? I put Diego Maradona over him in
Oh,
terms of
gosh.
soccer. That guy, whew, that guy was unreal in the early '90s.
It's
Insane street spenders for him and playing.
It's funny how we're attaching personalities to the quality of athletes because it somewhat plays in our interpretation of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how they are on the court or on the golf course or on the whatever sport they're playing. I mean, it's one thing, but how they are outside of that is a complete other. But they play together, no?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
because
of course.
anybody can be a.
Like we wouldn't think of Tiger as so epic if he didn't screw all these mistresses and have wives all over the place and have a gambling problem and
Yeah.
like break his leg in a car accident because he was wasted several times. Have those mug shots. I mean, so we get these ideologies of how he is on the outside world, which makes it so much more appreciative of how he can still be such a degenerate in life, but such a world-class athlete,
Yeah.
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
So
And-
that plays.
You know what? This is
Wow.
a dying breed,
Yeah.
and these kids now they're coming up in all sports.
Yeah.
So
Except for Jokic.
Yeah, except for Jokic. Anyways, let's keep going on this. We're not done yet, no?
What about Antonio Brown?
Oh yeah.
another story there.
His Twitter's insane.
Oh, the best.
ESPN or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
The best.
Tyson Fury is pretty good.
Yeah, I
He's-
didn't even
he's-
have him.
he's
I
a-
had another
what a-
soccer guy, Ronaldinho.
What made him so?
He had his. He liked his pros.
Oh yes, he did.
Um,
Did he have like 18 girlfriends?
yeah, he
Right?
he converted. I know when he was playing in Mexico in Liga MX, he was his house. He converted the whole backyard into sand to play like beach soccer, and just had pros there every
Unreal.
day living there.
Wow.
And then that's another guy that was so good, but didn't seem like a guy that you knew he was having fun.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you would never think.
Yeah.
'Cause he's so dialed
You
into
know he
his
was
craft.
having fun, and he was a pleasure to watch and do all that. He didn't seem like that serious of a guy. He seemed like a beauty. So that was another soccer guy that a lot of these soccer guys are pretty serious.
Yeah.
Like Balotelli's another guy that's not so serious, but never really reached that. You know, Ronaldinho,
Echelon.
Maradona, like that kind of.
Did Ronaldinho win a World Cup? Was he on that 22 team? Oh, sorry,
Oh,
02.
yeah.
02?
02.
Yeah, 02,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, he was.
That was the best team ever.
Yeah.
To throw a little bit of female spice in there, you can't forget Sarah Sinclair either, right? She's done more for soccer from a female standpoint than I think any other.
Christine.
Or sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
local Burnaby girl.
Yeah.
But no one's done more than her in soccer, right?
Yeah.
Like who do you think of as a more decorated female soccer player?
No, she's the GOAT.
Mia
She's
Hamm?
a-
No.
yeah,
Is
she's
she
the
a,
goat.
is she a beauty?
I mean, we're talking about all the others,
Hope
but-
Solo's a beauty.
Yeah. Like who else can you think of in female sports that dominates?
Serena.
Yeah,
Oh.
Serena.
That's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Forgetting a little bit, Wonder, I don't know if you have this in, but we've talked about this guy many of times. A little bit of the wrestling world.
Yeah. Who's that?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh,
Ooh,
Rodzilla.
Rodzilla.
Rodzilla's a
Yeah,
huge
man.
beauty.
Man, it's funny. Rodzilla has been a part of this pod
A lot.
In
episodes.
many ways.
Yeah, he's in there.
It
We
comes
should
back
reach
to
out.
attitude.
We should
too.
reach out to maybe he'd come on.
That
You
would
interview him?
That would be nuts. Yeah.
I got another basketball guy, Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
in
him
his-
too. On our
In his prime.
I had him too. Sean Avery. He's all right.
Yeah.
Avery. I got 3 other hockey guys. I got Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like prankster stuff. Seems like an awesome teammate. Obviously decorated as a player. Will be Hall of Famer. But yeah, it seemed like a fun guy to be around. It seemed like everyone loved him. All these teams he's ended up playing on eventually down the stretch of his career, team after team. He's pulling pranks on everyone all the time, and seems like a funny guy.
that car prank that he pulled on that guy last year.
Oh, he's had some crazy
insanity.
ones.
Can you imagine that? Go to your car's just like dirt all over it, flowers everywhere, and no wheels on it.
For a local Canuck guy like Shane O'Brien,
Yeah, for sure.
honestly, when you're first starting to go out, that was kind of the years he was here, like going to the Roxy, things like that. Like, you hear about that guy. And then Brett Hall, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he
But-
guzzles.
Because he guzzled, and just some of his stories, like, I guess there was a training camp in Dallas, and Ken Hitchcock, he refused to do the bench press test or something like that for the fitness testing. He's like, hey, why didn't you do the thing?
His voice is great.
He's like, why do this when I do this 40 times a year?
That's good.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah, he
awesome.
seemed like a beauty. Obviously, his dad he's a chip off the old block with his old man, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys mentioned the golfer of Tiger. Can you mention another
Oh, yeah.
beauty of a golfer?
John Daly.
John Daly.
Yeah.
Stogies and beers.
yeah.
for sure.
Stogies and beers. Guys,
Grip it and rip it and sip it.
I have some facts about him. I just want to go through them quick. He blew 1.7 million in one night. He's released 2 music albums. I bet you like that. He was caught in a love triangle with his caddy girlfriend. He carded an 18 on a par 5. He got detained after passing out drunk at Hooters. He played golf with no shirt and no shoes. He got dumped by his golf coach. He stormed off the course at the 2011 Australian Open. He has lost around 55 to 57 million on gambling.
Oh my
Jesus.
And he got into a fist fight in the middle of a tournament. This guy's one of the biggest buttes in the history of sports.
that is the living Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
He's still at it to this day, chirping.
But he had an insane soundbite. Did you guys see at the Masters that amateur that I can't remember where he's from. You're a I think he was a Mexican amateur. He peed in Ray's Creek. He had to take a piss, so he pissed in Ray's Creek. And then everyone was making a stink about it, all that. And Daly's just like, I don't know why everyone's making a stink about this amateur pissing in the creek. All he did was take a piss. Who cares? I got head on that creek back in
No way.
Yeah, he's just like, I got head on that creek back in 07. No one was talking about that.
Oh,
So, big man, going back to attitude, does John Daly on that decorated list of absurd activities that he's been involved with, which is our interpretation of him, how many times has he won major championships, or what has he What has he done career-wise?
I think he's won 3 majors.
That's pretty solid.
He's
I don't
won 3
know.
majors.
Because that
He's
goes
done
hand
much.
in hand to what we're saying here.
Yeah.
You can't be a degenerate and not be at least one
No.
tournament champion.
No, he was definitely good. He's
Yeah.
won majors. I want to say 3. He's been on Ryder Cup teams.
Yeah.
Like his play definitely was
Okay.
able to.
Yeah, he's
keep him up.
legit. He's just not some.
Probably could have been a lot better. If he
Yeah.
didn't.
Would he? I don't know.
Maybe
Because
not.
you know why?
He said he never drank while golfing, but he was still drunk or very hungover on a lot of times.
Listen.
He hacked darts though.
All these experts say we gotta go gluten free and all this shit. Look at Ovi.
Yeah.
This guy's the gold goat.
Cheetos and fucking
Cheetos,
Sub Shack.
Subway, beer, Diet Coke or Coke on the bench.
He's got to be sponsored by Subway, eh? He's got to be.
How do you not?
There's money involved there somewhere. yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, man, that adds to Ovi what he does off the ice too. Like
For sure.
like,
Ovi's
you
in
know
this.
what I
Ovi's in this category.
Is
by now.
Ovi the biggest beaut right now?
playing currently? Yes, I think so.
Active?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Boys.
I got one more.
Okay, one more and we'll wrap
Manziel.
up.
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, in his
I
prime.
didn't even have him. Fuck, that's a good one.
In his prime, he was.
Buddy, that guy never even ran off a playbook. You watch that thing on
Money
Netflix?
Manziel.
He had no playbook. The coach had no playbook for him. He said, "Go do
Just
whatever
go."
you want. Go play
And he was
back or ball."
sizzled.
Yeah, hungover.
And he totally pissed his career away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made his money though.
Did he? I think he already had money with the fam, but he.
But he top first round. Then yeah, he made his money, but he probably pissed it away.
Boys, pleasure.
That was
great.
fun, man.
We're pumped for the playoffs. Greatest time of the year. And we'll be watching in the Goatrage and at Stan's Pizza. So, boys, we'll end the episode with some off-ice sound bites of Ovechkin that absolutely adds to his legendary status. This is the greatest of all-time podcast show, Go Radio. We will see you next time
Cheers, boys. That
for
was
more
fun.
GOAT history. We'll see you later.
Marko.